Alright guys, let's do an order packing video. So this is my TCGplayer store. Go over here to orders, scroll down a little bit, check the box, click download pull sheet, save it to the desktop, click packing slip, go down to print left window, select that, save that to the desktop, and click mark as shipped. Everything is marked as shipped. Click close. Okay, so now I've got those two downloads. So the last one, we click this, and we check and make sure that they are all single page orders, and we select the right printer. Make sure that double-sided is turned off. Click print. Close that tab. And then we go over to this spreadsheet that I have. This is my pull sheet spreadsheet. So we've got the printer going in the background. So we do file, import, upload, browse, pull sheet, open. And then we do replace current sheet, import. So if we look, this is my spreadsheet that I use when I'm doing my orders. I have it color-coded, so if you click on this column and you go to Format, and then Conditional Formatting, I have it color-coded based on the text, so I can see what type of card it is, you know, if it's reverse, hollow, near mint, lightly played, whatever. And then I also have the quantity, have some conditional formatting. If there's more than one, then I make it red. That way when I'm looking at it and doing my pulling, if I see red in the corner, that means that there's more than one. So at that point, I usually start pulling the cards. So let's switch over to that. Okay, and then I come over here to my card storage area, and I'm gonna pull the cards that I have. Normally I have this pulled up on my phone like I showed you, but I'm using my phone to record, so I just printed it out. I don't have very many orders today, so it's not gonna take very long. I use this box. It used to hold my damaged cards, but I use this to hold the cards that I'm pulling. So I usually just, you know, stick it somewhere and pull them as I go. The lighting in here isn't great, so I have these little book reading lights that are just battery powered. I just turn those on so I can see the cards better. Sometimes it's hard to see. So I just have a couple of those just along the row just to make it a little easier to see. So the first one on the list here is Spider-Man. So we're gonna go over here to our Magic the Gathering cards. I'm gonna zoom you guys in. All right, so this is the Magic the Gathering row. Over here we've got Spider-Man. So it's Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man. So we're just gonna flip through here and see. It's probably this one. Yep, number 14. So there's that one. And I'll go back over here. And it doesn't really fit in the box, but we'll stick it in there for a second. So next we have our regular Pokemon cards. So Prismatic Evolutions Badoo. So as you can see, I have them organized. I have the set number or symbol letters on top, and then dividers for each different card just to kind of look through and make it easier. So this is Badoo from Prismatic Evolutions. So we go to PRE, and then we look and see what we've got. It's going to be over here. Oh, no, Badoo. So it's going to be back here more. There we go, Badoo. And it looks like they wanted 10 of them. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Looks like that's all of them. I have to get some more Badoos. So I take my cards out. And I put them in here. Like I said before, this doesn't really fit in there with the top loader, so I usually just kind of set that to the side next to it. All right, so we got the Badoos. Next we got Twilight Masquerade Flabébé. So Twilight Masquerade is right here. So let's see what we've got. Code cards, so I'm gonna be over here. Sorry, I'm trying to look through the camera. It's taking a little bit of practice. So D, E, and these should be F. Flabébé. Number 68. I like to check. Usually there's multiples, or sometimes there is, so I just want to make sure. All right, Flabébé, and then they wanted 2. So we got 1 and 2. Okay, next we've got Temporal Forces. So, yeah, there we go. Temporal Forces, Rebska. It's going to be further over here. Looks like that one's number 24. So we can get this to focus. There we go, number 24. And they just want one of those. Next we've got Scarlet and Violet base set. So I have, most of these have the dividers already mixed in there. I ran out of dividers, and so I need to get some more. So these ones don't have the dividers, which makes it a little bit harder to find the cards, but it works. So Scarlet and Violet base set, focus. So we got SVI. Spin the front over here. There we go, Florgus number 93. And that's number 93. All right, and then they want 2 of those. So grab 2 of those. Grab our box. Stick them in. Set this over here for a minute. All right, after that we've got Scarlet Violet base set Jock. So let's go through here. Jock, and then they want 5 of those, and it's number 175. All right, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, next we've got Dusknoir from Prismatic Evolutions, but these are holofoil and reverse holofoil, so we come over to this section. These ones are all the reverses and the holos. So Prismatic Evolutions, Dusknoir. You can tell I don't have as many dividers, so it makes it a lot easier when there are dividers separating the different Pokemon, because you just flip through them. All right, Dusknoir, this is Nearman Holofoil number 37. Number 37, and they want just 1 of those. Okay. Next is Prismatic Evolutions Suqueen. I'm not sure how to say that one. And that's a reverse holofoil, so let's look over here. That's number 24. And they want 7 of those. Wow. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. See, is that all of them? Oh no, I still got some more. Okay, next we have Scarlet and Violet base set, Clefiki. So we scoop down, Scarlet and Violet base set. We got a hair in there, let's pull that out. Clefiki, number 96. 96. Okay, and they want 2 of those. So 1 and 2. Normally I move the box along with me, but it's okay. And then this one is, the last one is Golduck from Mega Evolutions promo. So those aren't grouped by set, they're in like a miscellaneous and promo sections. They're back here, I think. And if we look right here, Bulbasaur, Charmander, Photar. Oh no, I lied. I added the promos over here. I forgot. So we do have Mega Evolutions promos, and we've got Golduck right there. So this is the one that comes in that 3-pack blister. So there we go. Put that in there. So now I've got all the cards pulled. Now we can go pack the orders. Okay, so we have all the cards that we pulled. I've got the orders that we printed out. I've already folded these ones just to cover up private information. I have this one blocked out. I'm going to show you how I fold this one. It'll be the same for any other ones. So it prints out like this. It's got this fold line on it. So you flip it over and then you fold up until the paper lines up with the fold line. Just like that. You flip it over and you fold this part up until the top of it lines up with the top, just like that. And that's just the right size for an envelope. It just goes on the stack like that. All right, so we'll do that one first. So it looks like this is the Spectacular Spider-Man card. This came out of a Costco box that I got the other day when we went to Costco. It was kind of fun to rip and open those. I don't really collect Magic or do Magic cards very often, but it was kind of fun. So this is already in a sleeve in a top loader. So at this point, I just grab a team bag. Put it in the team bag. Pull off this tabby thing. I just have a little trash can over here that I push them in, that they kind of get pinched in and they stay stuck in there. And you stick it down. It's good to go. So then in here, you open this up and you stick that just inside like that. Fold it back up and put it in our box for the next step. So this next one, looks like we've got 22 cards. So for 22 cards, I do it a little bit differently. It's going to be 2 team bags instead of just the one. So first, let's pull out the cards that we're going to need for it. So we need the Badoos. So we got the 10 Badoos, and then the Flabébés, and then the Rabsca, and the Florges, 2 of those, and the 5 Jacks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the 2 Clefiki. So I say those. These 2 right there. So, and I usually like to just count just to make sure that there's the right number of cards. So there should be 22. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, so now we just need to divide it in half. I put 2 cards per top loader. So I'll take these 2, and then usually I pick the most expensive cards, but all of these are about the same, about 10 cents each. So I'll just grab 2 that there's 2 of, like these 2 Florgeses. So, and they go in a sleeve, front to back. And then inside a top loader. Doing things on camera is harder than not. Just like that, and then the same with these guys. Got another sleeve. Front to back. And then top loader. Okay, so we got our 2 piles. Now we just divide this in half. So we've got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just split these. So we got 3 and 3, and then 1 and 1. There's probably a better way to do that, but it doesn't really matter. So then we need 2 more sleeves, and we just stick all these guys inside a sleeve. And you get 2 team bags. Oops, almost dropped one. Same thing, just put these guys in the team bag. Take that. Take the peely off, put it in the trash, and stick it down. I like to squish all the air out of it just to make sure it's more flat as it goes through the mail, but not necessary. There's some sort of wrinkle going on here, so let's try and see what's going on. See if we can get that to flatten out. That was kind of weird. Okay. Seems a little better, maybe not. Sorry, I keep doing that. I have a hard time looking through the camera. Okay, we got those 2. And similar things, so we just take this, we unfold it, we put one like this and one like that. It's next to each other. Oops. And then we put it in here. So we're ready for the next step. Okay, so next we got this one, which is the Gold Duck promo. So this one's already in a sleeve, but it's not in a top loader. So I'm gonna grab a top loader and a team bag. This one is the Dusk Snorer. Which is this guy in the back. So he needs to be in a sleeve. If it's just a single card, I usually put it in an ATB sleeve. And then goes in a top loader. Team bag. This, stick him in there, and fold it back up. To go. The last one is the 7 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reverse hollows. So same thing, we pull 2 out, we put the rest of them in a sleeve. Grab another sleeve, put these 2 front to back. Probably doesn't matter, but I like that you can see them once they're in the top loader when you do them front to back on either side. So do it this way. Put this in front of it, and then you still see something on the other side. Probably doesn't matter, but that's the way I like to do it. And I don't tape them in or anything. So far, I haven't had any issues. They don't seem to slide around too much, and if they do, it doesn't seem to cause problems. All right, so we've got these all done. Next is the envelopes and the stamps. So see, how many did we have? I think we had 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So we have 5 envelopes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I get the window envelopes, number 10 window envelopes. And then I have my address labels just printed out on this label sheet. I just print it out. And then I just peel it off and stick them on. And sometimes I do a bunch of these ahead of time. Sometimes I just do them as I get the orders. Just kind of depends on how much time we've got going on here. Here's those. So now they've all got a return address on them. And then stamps. So it's a little stamp holder. Similar type thing. There might be a more efficient way to do this, but when you only have 5 orders, it probably doesn't make that much of a difference. Like I said, sometimes I go through and make a bunch of these ahead of time so that they're all ready to go, but not this time. So this is just a stamp roll that's inside here. It's like a little stamp roll holder, so it's just like a roll that you get from the post office or whatever. Okay, so we've got these. Just put them all like that. I get these guys. I will do the one. Let's see, I guess we'll do this one first so you can kind of see. So you just open the envelope. Grab this. Slide it in. It's a lot less awkward to do when you're not trying to film. And then when you look at it, it would have their address right there, ready to go. And then you just peel the sticky and stick it on. So I'm gonna remove the Post-its off screen here. That way we can protect their information. And then we'll stick it in there and see if I can just be careful not to show what's going on there. So now we take off this guy and sticks. And then we'll just stick them in here for now. I usually put them all in the envelopes and seal them, and then I'll go back through and weigh them just to see how much weight they need. Because sometimes if you're doing bigger orders, you might need an additional ounce stamp. So and the method I use for like number of cards packing is just copied from RNC Games channel. He did a video kind of recently that talked about it, and it's 1 to 11 cards is in 1 team bag, 1 stack, and then 12 to 29 is in 2 stacks, like I showed, and then you can actually do up to 30 or 45. I don't know if I've ever done that many before, and that's just in 3 stacks, but you don't use a top loader for those. You just do in the team bag, because they're thick enough without a top loader, because there's 10 cards in each stack at least. So that makes them pretty sturdy. So if you're interested, you can figure out how that works. Like I said, I just copied from him, so I'll link that video below. You can go watch his video where he explains it more in depth. All right, so we've got them all in the envelopes. They all have the addresses on them. They've all got stamps. They're good to go. The last step is to weigh them. So we've got our scale here. And so we've got this one. We'll put on the scale. and it is 2.3 ounces, which means it needs 2 additional ounce stamps. So I have another little stamp roll holder, so it's going to need 2 more ounce stamps on here. So let's see if we can do it without doxing their information here. So we got to add 2 more stamps over here. So let's see here. Show you the best way to handle that. So we got 1 and 2, because the first forever stamp goes up to 1 ounce. Anything over 1 ounce, you need an additional ounce stamp, and that goes from 1 to 2. Anything over 2 ounces, you need another additional ounce stamp, and that one goes from 2 to 3.5 ounces. Anything over that can't go inside an envelope. You need to switch to a bubble mailer or whatever. So we did that one. Let's just weigh the rest of these. I'm not sure any of these other ones are going to need any more. Yep, less than 1 ounce, fine. 1.1. Some people might let that squeak by. I usually try to be safe, so stick another ounce stamp on it. So we got it right here. There we go. That one's good. And that one's good. And there you have it. That's how I pull and pack all my orders. There you go. And I just keep them in this little box, and I walk them to the mailbox and stick them in. Thanks for watching.